Lillian's Feast by Sarnia della Mare. Lillian felt a chill as she sat with her latest embroidery, a garden of flora and insects that was her finest achievement to date. A black cat rubbed himself along her bare ankle. This was a big house, lonely and austere, and she wondered why a widow would even want to live here. Nonetheless, house-sitting was always interesting. Lillian was a people watcher, always had been. There was no real involvement in life or society. She was merely a voyeur, a passive passenger in good faith and without expectation. Lillian was beautiful. She wore the innocence of an English rose with modesty and a Gentile decency. She had never exploited her looks, preferring to blend in with the furniture or the landscape or wherever she happened to be house-sitting next. Lillian turned up the heating a notch and closed a large sash window, which rattled unknown messages. A storm was brewing to the west. There would be thunder and lightning soon. The cat was looking restless and stayed close by. The embroidery was coming along nicely as the rain hit the window panes with ever-increasing rage. "Time for cocoa and cat snuggles upstairs, Puskins," said Lillian, as she climbed the long oak staircase to the top floor. "Damn, not now?" The lights went out as she approached her room. The owner had warned Lillian this might happen. It was a regular occurrence out here in the countryside. She fumbled around in the dark, trying to locate one of the many candles and matches that the house owner had put strategically around the place. If only she had paid more attention. Having waited a few moments for her eyes to adjust, a candle and matches were sourced, and Lillian felt at ease. It was spooky, she admitted to herself. A dark, lonely house felt quite different in the throes of bad weather and darkness. After reading a romance novel she had bought at the train station, Lillian blew out the candle and nestled down under heavy counterpanes in the four-poster bed. It was carved in wood, with nymphs and ivy leaves that had made her chuckle. The elderly lady who owned the house must have been quite a trailblazer in her youth. The storm woke Lillian suddenly from a dreamy sleep. She opened her eyes and saw the cat staring at her an inch from her nose, making her jump. "Jesus, you scared me," Lillian gasped and sat up. "Who's there?" Lillian felt another presence in the room. She turned her head slowly, knowing that she did not want to see what she feared most, a man in her room. "Don't be afraid, I am not here to hurt you," said a voice she did not recognize. Lillian, now petrified, turned towards the voice. "Oh my God, who the hell are you?" she screamed. The stranger put his hand over her mouth. "Oh, Lillian, I am here because you deserve to be loved and adored. You have been chosen." The stranger was beautiful. He wore a long red cape and a ruffled white shirt. His eyes were dark as coal. His strong jaw framed soft lips. "Oh, Lillian," he said as he parted her thighs and drew a hand up to her naked crotch. "You are divine. Let me in." There was something in the stranger's being that filled Lillian with a deep, sensual desire she had never experienced before, and she relinquished complete control to the visitor, reaching a sharp peak that penetrated her very soul. "Oh, Lillian, I have waited for this moment for thousands of years." Then the stranger kissed her long, pale neck and smiled as he penetrated her flesh and feasted on her blood, a long feast that Lillian took pleasure in again and again until she was spent. In the morning, Lillian woke and thought it was surely all a dream. Opening the red velvet curtains brought a sharp sun into the room. "Gosh, that's bright. Where are my shades?" Then, looking in the mirror, she saw the two telltale holes on her neck. "Probably the cat," she thought.